To add on to last video, I remembered shortly after I was uploading the video that I just remembered, based off this guy's name, Lewis King, King Louis, right, from France. And there's many of them named that, but I just looked up the name, and King Louis the 14th popped up first, and I actually found connections between this basketball player for the Kings and King Louis the 14th, and I'm sure this guy connects to the other King Louis, which I'll decode um, another time. But just for this video, we're just going to connect Louis King or Louis King. He might pronounce it Louis, but I'm going to say Louis King, this basketball player, to King Louis the 14th. So, to start off, notice how his birthday, April 6th, can be written 4/6, like Catholic, and, you know, Catholic influence and Catholic influence in France, right? Um, Honestly, I'm not too sure about around the time of King Louis the 14th. I don't know where Catholicism was at in the mix with uh, the French or France, uh, in his time, but there was definitely later a and still is a very heavy connection. And also notice how Catholic equals 71. King Louis the 14th died at age 71, like 4 days before turning, 4 days before turning 72. And King Louis the 14th in Roman numerals, his name 71. So, pretty concrete connection there. Um, Jesuits most likely behind his death, um, the scripting of his death, which I will decode further and probably come out with a post of this all more in depth and put it in my book as well. Um, Also, uh, Louis King's birthday, the basketball player, can be written 6/4. King Louis the 14th got 64 here. And from his birthday, the basketball player's birthday, Louis King's birthday, to King Louis the 14th's birthday is so the basketball player's birthday comes 152 days before King Louis the 14th's birthday. And 152 connects to his name, King Louis the 14th. So, I mean, already pretty concrete connections. Also, connecting to the Jesuits, which I'm just kind of giving a little preview, but I'll connect them more next. I'll probably make a blog post about it or next video or whatever. Um, as his death was most likely, uh, as his name, this basketball player name is most likely in tribute to, the King Louis in history. And as we're showing it, at least the King Louis the 14th. His birthday comes 191 days after the society, or not the society, the Jesuit order's birthday, or the anniversary of the Jesuit order being established. And Society of Jesus equals 191. I didn't put it here, but so you can see. Oops. See, 191. 175 days after Louis King King's birthday, the basketball player for the Kings again, is the anniversary of the Jesuit order being established, right? 175 connects to French king, as King Louis was. The term French king equals 95, just like Sun King does. Again, King Louis, a French king. And for some reason, he was called the Sun King. Um, hold on. As you can see here in the basic information, I just decoded off of here and found that connection. Again, born on September 5th, a date written 9-5. So you see how 95 connects to his birth date and the Jesuits, as 95 connects his Jesuits because they uh, were set to counter or formed to counter the 95 Theses of Martin Luther and the Protestant Reformation, and the Jesuit order was established on the day, leaving 95 days left in the year. And also, now that I'm seeing it, Sun King equals 32, and the Jesuit logo has 32 sun rays on it. And speaking of sun, we have the term corona. Corona equals 96, and God's Son equals 96. And I'll make that connection in a minute, but the 96 connects because, uh, because Louis King, the basketball player, his birthday is on the 96th day in the year. And think about what corona means. It's a bright circle seen around the sun or moon, but to focus on the sun, a bright light seen around the sun, and God's Son equals 96 too, just like Corona does, but it's on top of that, it's a match in 3 out of the 4 base ciphers. Um, and that's like the tricks, the little tricks we have in our language. It's not God's Son like a person, it's God's Son, sun in the sky, because for you guys that don't know, that haven't researched, Jesus, the human form, Jesus is, what people know as Jesus is just a personified son. So, yeah, that's how that connects. So it's not SON, even though I am making the connection this way, it's God's Son, SUN. And you worship on Sunday, and you see how it links with the Jesuits, as they operate out of the Catholic Church, which is responsible for the calendar and language. So you see how all that connects. We've talked about it plenty of times, and um, but yeah, I think that's all I had for this one. Uh, yeah, that's all I had for this one. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Peace.